Hello viewers, Marianne from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. Welcome to my channel, welcome to my new subscribers, and welcome to my old subscribers as well, or I should say my those that have been with me for a while now. I want to start by thanking you all for your lovely comments on my past few readings. Thank you, long and short. And also I really want to say thank you to those that have donated to the channel. I've seen your donations come in. I can't reply to you personally because the PayPal doesn't allow me to see your email address. However, I've seen your donations and I just want to thank you. A huge, big thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, lots to do today. This is Friday in Australia, and of course it's my longer read. First of all, I want to say straight up that Andrew McCabe, the former, I think he was Deputy Director of the FBI at the beginning when the ex-president was elected, and he the ex-president stripped him of all his benefits, retirement benefits. Today, DOJ head Merrick Garland has restored those to Andrew McCabe. I think that is absolutely wonderful news. Wonderful news. Okay, so the other thing I want to comment on is, or where I want to go with this reading is, of course, a Georgia Supreme Court judge said no, they're not going to hand over the ballots to some sham election audit. It's not even an audit, an election witch hunt. And the ex-president released a statement urging that if the Republicans do not fix up or push the big lie that the election was stolen, then Republicans won't turn out and vote in 2022 and 2024. Of course, that is good news to Democrats. I want to see if that's going to make any difference. Will they actually turn away because he's pushing this big lie? Of course, it's all leverage, isn't it, for the ex-president? And of course, it coincides with threatening fundraising texts and emails being sent to Republican donors, large and small, saying you're considered a traitor to Trump if you don't donate. I mean, honestly, it is absurdity in its highest form. And of course, you pair that with a Republican, I think in Texas, telling teachers that if they're going to teach about the Holocaust, they have to teach about the other side. I mean, really, from where I'm sitting, this is like I think absurdity is too kind a word. Let's get started. I'm using my Hermetic Tarot deck. It is a new deck that I've got. We'll try that out, followed by the Cosmic Tarot. I think I'll need a couple of decks today. All right, let's get started with will Trump's threat that Republicans stay away. Will it make any difference in 2022? So I'm hearing yes, it will. Obviously, I want to be kind here, but these people are misinformed, and they will still be misinformed by 2022. And it is an erosion of faith in elections. The damage has already really been done, and it can only get worse. And Republicans know this, and again, they have this problem on their hands with this ex-president. He's almost shooting their party in the foot still. Okay, let's see what the Hermetic Tarot's got to say. Will it make any difference in 2022 and 2024? Will it make any difference in the Republican turnout in the next few elections? So there's a whole swathe of the electorate that are disenchanted, and this is the Five of Pentacles. And so this is like the Lord of Material Trouble. In the Rider-Waite decks, it means feeling like they're left out in the cold, feeling like the door's been shut on them. And, this is loss. This is money loss. And what is driving this with the ex-president is money loss. We might not know it, but he is hemorrhaging. And he's fighting so many legal challenges, and he knows what's coming down the pike. I still don't think he has an intention of running in 2024. A lot of this is about making money. But anyway, let's see where we're going to go with this. Loss. Loss is the signifier card. And the knight followed by the 9 of Wands, battle weary, putting boundaries up. So this question attracts really kind of, loss cards. It's all about loss here. The 10 of Cups, and this is the voter, is the foundation of the reading. But, this is also about families. I think it will make people stay away, those families, and I think it's got a generational aspect to it as well, because the 10 of Cups is about families. And it's about following what your elders do. I'm noticing here a Mars in Pisces. Glyph here on this tarot. This is an esoteric tarot deck, so you really got to drill down with it. But this is feeding. I'm just getting the image of it's feeding. It's like a trickle down effect. So the 10 of Cups. Let's see what else is there. The Wheel of Fortune is in the past. It's like the zenith of his power is ebbing. I always get the Death card for him. I haven't changed my intuition on that. His career is ending, not beginning again. And this is about making money. So we've got the King of Wands in the sky. Bold and courageous action. Well, will the Republicans heed the call to really ramp up that big lie aspect here? What is Trump's ultimate aim? I think he's trying to provoke a civil war. That's what I think. Now we've got the Strength card here in the immediate future. So it's looking like it will put a certain section, and perhaps even generational, outside of the election. That's what I'm seeing so far, the election processes. Now we've got the 2 of Swords, and interestingly enough, this is Lord of Peace restored. Well, that's what the headline is on this card. The caption is on this card. We know it's about, really heavy decisions needing to be made. I think the decisions need to come from the Republican Party. And we've got the 8 of Swords, Lord of Shortened Force, so restriction. So the Republicans this is what it's saying, have huge decisions on them now that they have to make to avoid this. And there's no really simple solution, because they've really handed this courage over a long time ago. Wow. Knight of Pentacles in the hopes and fears. They're also worried about fundraising, that his call to boycott the elections will also impact on the fundraising for the Republican Party. This is as much a threat for the Republican Party as it is for anybody. In fact, that's who it's directed to. What are the outcome cards? 4 of Pentacles. This is standing the ground. This is insecurity. This is when you say no. This is holding back as well. The 4 of Pentacles has that holding back energy. And I think it's going to result in people staying away. Now we have the King of Swords. In this deck, it's likened to the Chariot. In fact, the caption is Prince of the Chariots of the Winds. So, this is going to actually really, it's like going to be really a roller coaster type of ride. That's what the ex-president brings for the Republican Party. Couldn't have happened to a nicer lot of people who run the Republican Party. And the magician, the magus of power, he is flexing his muscles. So is it going to result? Now we've got the Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and indicating this is as much a financial move by Trump as anything else. And the 9 of Swords, the anxiety here. Lord of Despair and Cruelty. I think that just about says it all. So, yes, it will have an impact. Absolutely, it will have an impact. The Republicans have the potential to stand up to him. I doubt they're going to. But he is really... This is focused on them. And it's focused on his fundraising. Again, making money. That Lord of Despair and Cruelty... The Magus of Power, flexing his muscles. It's all of that. So yes, it will. Yes, it will, because they're going to be Four of Pentacles insecure about actually voting in an election they believe is rigged. All right, let's go to... now, I guess, I called it that the House will vote, or the committee has decided to do a criminal contempt referral. The House is voting on that. I think that's next week. I thought this would be the case. It then goes to the DOJ, who chooses to whether or not to prosecute Bannon. Fines and potential imprisonment there. I always thought they were going to use Bannon as an example. He's the one that really can't get a win in court around executive privilege because he didn't work at the White House around that time, the January 6th time. So I think, yeah, they're going to really make an example out of him, and I think Merrick Garland, the head of the DOJ, will also. So let's have a look. Will the DOJ decide to criminally prosecute Bannon? Of course, he got a pardon, remember, for his fraud indictment. 3 of Wands, yes. Okay, so Lord of Established Strength. The DOJ will put its full power, if you like, into this. And the challenge here is the 2 of Wands. Of course, the caption here is Lord of Peace Restored. They know they have to do this. They know they have to do this because if they don't, it just opens the floodgates. This is about restoring law and order. It's literally about restoring law and order. The Emperor. So I think, as I understand it, it does go to the White House as well. I'm not sure what that whole process is, but this talks about restoring control again. And I think this is what do they say? A lay down misère here. The 5 of Wands in the past sums up Bannon's energy, Lord of Strife. Interesting deck, this one. It's the first time I've used it. Lord of Strife in the past. So we know that's exactly what his energy is. The Wheel of Fortune, Lord of the Forces of Life, talks about Jupiter energy. It talks about things changing. It is a potential that the strong action that is taken now, as the US heads into its Pluto return, will make a difference. The Outcome card, Lord of Loss in Pleasure. So, yeah, he's going to lose. He's going to lose potentially his freedom. And there's going to be some, and I did pick up, this is Mars in Scorpio, bringing something to a close, ending something and beginning something new. I did pick up earlier, before I started shuffling this for this reading, I think Bannon will regret. There will be a level of regret because you only get to that position if you have consequences for your actions. And here there is going to be consequences for him. And we've got the King of Wands, the Prince of the Chariot of Fire. So again, it's this chariot loss atmosphere here. Things kind of getting out of control because now there's going to be consequences. One more, the 4 of Pentacles, Lord of Earthly Power. That, of course, is holding back information. And the 10 of Cups, Lord of Perfected Success. So we have here this actual action will have an impact on Democratic voters. It will actually buoy them, restore, that there is consequences for the actions of people like Bannon. Queen of Swords, Queen of the Thrones of the Air. I wonder who makes that decision, but this is the prosecutor here. And, of course, we've got the Foolish Man, which is the Spirit of Ether. This, of course, is the Fool card. So we've got the law and the Fool going against the law in this deck. Okay, so, yeah. The DOJ and somehow the White House, they're independent of one another, but I think it does go to the White House to be referred to the DOJ for a decision. I'm not sure of the process, but it indicates that someone's taking control and making those decisions to restore lawfulness. Okay, where do we go here? I want to look at the Virginia governor election. I'll change decks and go to the Cosmic Tarot. Terry McAuliffe faces off against the Republican challenger Youngton. Now, McAuliffe is ahead, just ahead in the polls. It's kind of like a bellwether election result, meaning it will have, whatever the result here will have consequences. I think it gives you a little window into how 2022 might go. So let's have a look at Virginia. I think Virginia is a Democratic state. McAuliffe has been the governor before. So what's happening, Virginia? All right, will McAuliffe win in Virginia in the governor race? Will McAuliffe win the governor race? So I'm seeing it's like young people are on their parents' shoulders. So there's something around the young vote here. I've got the Ten of Wands. They're not doing it easily as a signifier card. This is really a bit of a battle. Of course, Obama has been into stump for McAuliffe. The polls say it's close. This is hard work, needing to put in hard work. And we've got the Queen of Swords bringing forward, in the climate that's not just in the US, in other countries as well. It's like a real battle to really get that truth out there because of the level of misinformation and illusion and delusion and deliberately created and crafted and pushed illusion. It's a battle. That's what I'm seeing. It's a battle for McAuliffe to actually get the truth out there. Because the truth is what stabilises. The truth is what begins again. And we've got the Nine of Wands. Yeah, this is like boundaries, needing, to put up boundaries. This is battle weary. I think that I'm sensing like just a tiredness here. The Three of Swords in the past talks about loss. And I think I'm just reading the mood of the electorate. But, people, I need to show you what is the potential, what is crowning this reading, the Six of Wands, which is victory. So there's a potential for a victory, but it's hard fought. Yeah, Prince of Pentacles is the outcome card. So reliability, sustainability, they'll go with the old and seasoned hand. They want this kind of stability in their politics in Virginia. But it's been hard for them, and this is entirely due because of the level of misinformation. And we've got the Hierophant card, the government clarifying that. So the outcome cards are looking good at this stage for McAuliffe. Three of Wands, they've done a lot of work against what? This partisan, this energy, the Five of Wands that we know was responsible for mobilizing an insurrection. They've done a lot of work. I also, to try and counter that, but I also see overseas influence here in some way. But I just think the Democratic Party is too strong at this stage. But it is a bit of a battle. Okay, anything else we want to ask at this stage? Let me think. I'll go to the Holocaust. How was this met? Like in Texas. I mean, goodness me. Let's just have a look at what is the Texas governor trying to do? And of course, ultimately, this is political gain, but where I'm going with this is I think that this governor's going to want Texas to break away. So will there be some kind of legislation coming up where Texas might want to break away from the Union, the United States? Will they go that far? Will the Texas governor want to break away from the United States? The Empress card, abundance. Now that's interesting. Of course, they would lose federal monies, obviously. But they see that there's a victory here. This is also, you know, I hate to say it, but overseas influence as well. I just get that pull there. The Four of Cups, it just wouldn't work as the foundation of the reading. But they feel, you know, there's this loss, betrayal. I think everybody feels that in Texas. I know what this is. This is Roe versus Wade. Roe versus Wade. They're using this again. It's a pretty calculated attempt here. There's more going on in terms of like a civil war type, trying to do this through... Sorry, I'll just let that go through to the keeper. Sorry. Oh my goodness. That's good. Okay, so what this seems to me is this is part of a longer range strategy here. Prince of Pentacles is crowning this reading. They're getting, also in Texas, there's a big pressure from their donor base here. I'm assuming that's the fossil fuel industry. Big corporations putting pressure on this governor as well. And we've got the Seven of Pentacles review as the outcome card. Their plan doesn't work. You know, it's back to the drawing board in Texas. They may think they've got some sort of upper hand, but ultimately, no. They're going to be restricted. I think the DOJ is the restrictor, and we've got the Princess of Cups. So we're going to get some kind of new... I think this is around Roe versus Wade. I think that it is a win for women at the end of the day, and that this governor, with what he's proposing, actually will be limited by, I think it is your DOJ, but also the voter, the Ten of Cups, that voter there. The demographics have changed in Texas. The Two of Pentacles, this is about really around manipulation, but it's also having to make a decision. The voter has to make a decision. There are a lot of people in Texas now that are really reviewing, and I'm talking Republicans here, really reviewing. They want out of this constant destabilization. So look to the next Texas election for perhaps, you know, I know that there's a lot of gerrymandering. I'll just get rid of that notice. But I just feel that there are a lot of even Republican voters that will vote against this current governor. Anyway, that's what I get. Yes, they are trying it. Yes, they are getting pressure, big pressure from those that fund them. But the actual voter, at the voter level, they are sick and tired of this destabilisation. That could be a trend right across the US and indeed across other Western democracies as well. Thank you for tuning in.